Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to CorkHouse, Savannah. We are here downtown Savannah, Georgia on this beautiful Saturday, and we are hosting our monthly Artisan Marketplace pop-up show. And so we want to share with you a little bit of our work today. We are joined today by Ashley Case with AJC Designs. She does beautiful, fine articulated jewelry. So I'm going to ask her a little bit about herself, her background, and then to talk a little bit about her jewelry. So Ashley, welcome to CorkHouse and our pop-up for the first time ever. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into working in jewelry?
Well, I'm originally from Los Angeles, and then I moved to various places. And when I was about 19, I had a friend who was a silversmith, and he started teaching me how to do some of it. And then when I moved finally to New York, I went to school for jewelry.
Where did you study?
I studied at the New York Jewelry School.
Fantastic. How long were you there?
I was there for about a year and a half.
And were you selling your work in New York once you got started?
I wasn't. Unfortunately, when I finished school, it was a place where gold was at the highest point.
Yes.
And so there weren't very many jobs for jewelers.
Sure,
so I worked in other jobs. And then after I had my second child, I started working at home. I got some equipment and I started working and making jewelry at home.
Does it take a lot of equipment at home to do this?
It takes a torch and a polisher, polishing machine, and some other.
Do you have a studio set up in your home?
I do.
Dedicated
I have a studio
space.
in Savannah set up, dedicated space just for my work.
Excellent. Now, I know that this is your first time doing our pop-up market. Have you been selling elsewhere in Savannah, or are you just kind of getting into this?
I'm just getting into in Savannah. I'm working on Etsy. I'm selling on Etsy, but right now this is the first show I've done in quite a while.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I know I'm going to ask you to talk about your work. Has it changed a lot over the years?
Yes, it has. I was trying to think earlier of my jewelry that I did in my last show, which was in New Jersey about 12 years ago, and I can't even remember what I made. So yes, it has changed.
Good. Well, why don't you talk about a couple of your pieces here and what your process is for how to make it, and I think maybe some of your design aesthetic.
Okay. Well, these pieces are made out of, all of my work is made out of sterling silver. And then I have gold on some of it. I use a lot of geometric shapes in my jewelry, a lot of squares and circles and long tubes.
There is such a sense of elegance, I think, about how
Thank you.
fine your work is, which I love. And what I'm seeing is, you mentioned you've got sterling and then you've got gold. I see the different colorations, and even on this is black. Is that an oxidized
Yes,
silver?
It's an oxidized silver with the gold on top of it.
Wonderful.
And then I also have pieces that are just unoxidized silver with the gold.
And what weight of gold do you work with? Do you mix that up?
Gold. No, it's gold leaf.
Gold leaf. Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. How about you talk a little bit about your necklaces here?
The necklaces I make, I kind of like making these little organic spiral shapes.
I love those.
And these circles. And so I made several long necklaces. You can wear this very long, sort of Downton Abbey style,
Yes.
or you can twist it up, and it's got a latch on it, so you could also wear it as a bracelet.
Oh, that's really great. Very
and this
versatile.
is the same thing. It's a long necklace, but you can wear it, several times, twist it around.
I love it. I love it. And of course, this on black would be would really, really pop. And then you've got a couple pieces here that you said are incorporating resin.
Yes, these incorporate resin. These are sterling silver and resin. And I color the resin and mix the resin and pour it.
So do you do the metal work first and then pour the resin inside that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we only brought one sample back here, but I know you've got quite a variety of colors.
I have lots of colors.
Good, good, good. How do you kind of decide what's going to work best in terms of your colors or the metals? I mean, is that something that you have to spend a lot of time thinking about?
I spend some time thinking about that. I just mix the colors myself and see what comes out. I mean, a lot of times it comes out not so good. I end up not making the earrings or the necklaces. I have some necklaces also that have the resin pieces, but I don't have them here today.
Resin seems to be really hot right now. I see it trending an awful lot.
Yes.
And I see a lot of people working with like different mottled colors and stuff. One of the things I love about your pieces in resin is how truly solid your color is. Do you have to mix it for quite a while? How do you achieve such a nice solid color block?
Just mixing it. Just mixing it a lot.
Okay.
And mixing it properly, because if it's not mixed exactly right, it doesn't come out right, and I wasted the silver and get angry with myself.
There's no way to undo it, to take that out. Once it's poured, it's poured, right?
Once it's poured, it's poured.
Okay.
Once it touches the silver, it's done.
Is the same true in terms of mixing your metals, like the process of how you create, let's say, the silver foundation and then add the gold to it? How does that work?
Well, I make the silver first. I always do the silver first and then oxidize it. I can actually oxidize it after the gold is on it.
Is that right?
Yeah, the oxidation doesn't affect the gold at all.
Okay.
But I usually oxidize them first and then put the gold leaf on. And these I like very much. These are my birch bark series because they look like birch bark to me.
That is perfect. These are the pair that I was most drawn to, and now that you say the birch, I totally can see that in the pieces. It's really wonderful. And you mentioned that your work is very graphic, and I see that so clearly, and it is so clean. I love that about it. Is there anything else that you would like to share about your design philosophy or things you've toyed with doing in the future, maybe?
Well, I think my design philosophy is I'm the daughter of an architect. I'm a mid-century modern architect. So I grew up with mid-century modern, and that's kind of what I think of when I make jewelry.
I see that totally in your work. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We are getting a slow start today, but if people are in Savannah, we do encourage you to come on down. Our vendors are here. And of course, you get to tour the beautiful CorkHouse and check out all of our wonderful cork products and other sustainable lifestyle products. So please do join us. Ashley, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your process with us. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.